Every professional athlete knows that at some point, they'll have to hang up the cleats for good. While a lucky few retire set for life, the vast majority have to transition into the work world, a tough avenue to navigate with plenty of unknowns and uncertainties. Former Buffalo Bills Christian Gaddis, Marlon, Kerner, and Schulz all had to go through this process at different times in their own different ways, but they share a couple things in common. They've all found success in the transition, and they've done so right here in Buffalo.
So I found myself at kind of this crossroads where I had one foot in the NFL and the other foot in the professional world, and I had to start building a resume. So, I was lucky enough that the NFL has this amazing program for players in the offseason where they will place them in internships. And I remember as soon as I signed with the Bills the last time, I signed my contract, and then I went right into the office down the hall and said, hey, listen, I'm doing an internship in Buffalo. Just, I want to be in marketing, I want to be in communications, tell me where I have to be and I'll be there. The next step in my life from there was working at a collections agency. It allowed me to kind of develop, again, more skills in terms of figuring out, how to not only manage myself in terms of almost a near sales type role, but also eventually working my way up to managing a team. And that entire time, I was also kind of working on my connections and trying to get back into the marketing world and keep conversations going to where I was able to get tuned into an agency here, Eric Moen Associates, and once I got in there, I never looked back, and I just kept pressing on until I got another opportunity with 43 North, and I'm excited to be here today.
It was very abrupt. I'll say that that's a good word that happens to most players. Like, you're literally here today and then gone tomorrow. I was never been a person who's very ego driven, I'm this or I'm that. So it was more of all right, I want to get married, I want to have children. So I know I got to work. What I always did was I was always very careful of never to burn a bridge. So whenever they needed somebody to kind of do something or come sign autographs or run, a little flag football camp, I would do that. And I would make sure that I try to represent them to the best of my ability. So I tried to make sure I did that well. So I built some good relationships with new people within the organization. So when the time came, they were looking to bring a former player back to head up their alumni department. I had a good reputation within the organization, so they reached out to me and said, hey, would you be interested in doing this? And then I transitioned that into a new role with where I get to help small businesses with a company called eForever.
After a career in the NFL, I felt like there's nothing I couldn't do. It was extreme, right? I mean, you've got teammates you got to get along with, and you got to follow rules, and it's just no different from a job. I felt like it so prepared me for the rest of my life. It really did. My degree was in accounting, and my uncle at the time was a big-time money manager. In the off season, I would hang out with him, and I just kind of fell in love since the day I got a paycheck, investing in stocks, and parlayed that into a career at Merrill Lynch, and it's been an outstanding career. I love it. And now I get to help players currently, so it's a lot of fun.